a wonderful show for you. We have a special guest here. Her name is Keyuna Faye Webster, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself, what she does, and we're going to welcome her right now, Keyuna Faye Webster.
Yes! Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Yes.
All right, it's so good to see you.
Same.
And we just appreciate you for opening up your space and allowing us to interview you this evening and letting let us get deep into you and what you do. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your businesses.
Okay, well, I am Keyuna Faye Webster, Empowerment for the Powerless. I'm a motivational speaker on the subject of domestic violence. I have a nonprofit called Love Yona Outreach, which is a nonprofit that caters to individuals and families affected by domestic violence. As well, I just opened up my first transitional home.
Wow.
I have a cake business.
Wow.
A successful cake business. And I do t-shirts. I have a management company, Webster Capital Group.
Multi-talented.
Is this your shirt? One of your shirts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh wow, yeah, I want to see this.
So the Real Survivors of Domestic Violence is a reality TV show that we are working on right now. Okay. And it shows domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, child abuse, sexual abuse. Everyone has a backstory.
Okay, so what made you get into this field? What made you want to be the power, the speak for people that are facing domestic violence?
Well, I am a survivor of domestic violence. I normally say a 2-time, but read my diary, going back over my diary about 3 times.
Wow.
So early on, I had a child when I was 16, my first child, and her dad was physically abusive. I ended up in a physically abusive relationship on down the line, and then the last relationship I had, it was strictly narcissistic abuse.
Narcissistic abuse.
And I started to study this personality type so heavily. And
what is that?
Narcissistic abuse
Personality. Let's for those of
for
our viewers that may not really know what we're talking about, because we're jumping right into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
narcissistic abuse is the epitome of domestic violence. It's a slowly dehumanizing, purposeful soul rape.
Soul raping.
Soul
rape.
Right.
Wow.
Rape.
That's a way to say it.
So
wow.
I teach from the perspective, if you can spot the narc, you can save your heart.
Spot the narc.
Spot the narc, you can save your heart. You never have to worry about going through even a physically abusive relationship, because you've already spotted the narcissist head on. And there are telltale signs that'll let you know that you are definitely dealing with a narcissist.
Okay. Well, that's very good information. So how do you deal with trauma from domestic violence?
For me, I was the girl that just kind of traded my self-worth to have someone to say that they love me. I wasn't the girl who was financially stuck. I wasn't the girl who was afraid. I wasn't weak. I could have fought back. Could have killed him in his sleep. All of that. But it was I just traded my self-worth to have someone to say that they love me. And I got to a point where that just wasn't enough anymore. And still not knowing anything about the narcissist.
Right.
What stopped you from killing them in their sleep?
Right.
God. We've been throwing that around a lot lately, but literally, I was sitting there one night, and it was like the devil was here, and it was an angel over here.
So you thought about it?
Oh yeah, I was gonna do it.
Oh wow.
So it was like, kill him. Know my child.
Okay.
Not even you.
Right.
It was either kill him.
Because you go into that place, for instance, coming out, my cousin was like, I can't even believe that you went through. I believe you because I know you wouldn't lie about something like that. She said, but I've never seen you backed in a corner growing up that you couldn't come out of. So for people that knew that, I'm not a weak, meek, chick, just, let somebody just beat me down. But, I just traded But like I said, I knew nothing about the narcissist. So fast forward, learning that they're actually evil people. Like, I never could have imagined that people could really try to hurt another person for their own self-gratification. Like, my mind didn't go that far.
Right.
And so, you try to hold, you don't throw away people that you love. And so that's the
just because you have a pure heart.
Right. That's the way I came from, and that's the way I was brought up. And so, I'm trying to fight for the love, but there is no love. They don't even love themselves.
Was it like you saw the good in them? Because I can do that too. Yeah. Like, you see the good
in
someone,
good.
And you accept all the bad that comes with it.
But see, after you're trauma bonded in this relationship, you're constantly trying to get back to that love bombing honeymoon stage.
Trauma bonded.
Yeah. That's when you go through the cognitive dissonance, your mind. Now, it's not raining outside, but because he said it is, well, it might be.
You're starting to take on who that person is and the way that they think, even though it's different.
You're walking on eggshells. I remember in one relationship, just, if I went in the bathroom, if I took my phone, you take, it's like, you always having to be accounted for.
Right.
That's stressful. And then when I didn't know what the narcissist was, or, anything about narcissistic abuse, I was just like, it's hard trying to love somebody by yourself. Like, I literally would be reaching out to family members when his birthday came to remind them, make sure you call him and tell him happy birthday, just to make my life a little easier.
Right. It's like control almost, right? Yeah.
It's 100%
it's power,
control.
It's power and control, but like I said, it's the epitome of domestic violence.
Okay, so okay. Hey.
Wow.
It got deep. Hey.
And especially with the choice words that you're using.
Right. So, let's kind of, I'm glad we're here, because these things need to definitely be talked about on this level. We're UsTalk. That's what we do. We get deeper, and we talk about those things and on the levels that people really don't want to talk about them, but we want to kind of scale it back so we can get to know Keyuna Faye Webster, right?
Right.
So, okay. You talked about, you got into these situations, but let's talk about what led up to these, what was your behind the scenes story that you feel like led you to these places where you had not one, but two, but three, however many experiences that it is that you had, where you felt like, even though you're dealing with this abuse, you were still taking it because you loved. Like, I have this saying, and I know this is going on and on, but I have this saying where you see the potential in people, but potential will have you caught all the way up. Potential doesn't have works. Potential is just what you see in a person. It doesn't mean that person has the works. So we're going to go back to the beginning of Keyuna Faye Webster and why you are here today, where you have this nonprofit organization and where you can speak to women who are truly dealing with the traumas that we have already touched on, and it's gotten deep. Let's kind of move backwards so people can truly relate.
All right, so I'm glad you asked that question, because after this last situation that I got out of, and I like to call it a narcship. So I tell people all the time, you have to know which one you're in. You're in a relationship or a narcship. So after that was over with, and I figured out and learned all about the narcissist and got into studying this personality type, I wanted to figure out what was it about me that kept attracting this type of person. Not that anything is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with me. But what's in here, what's attracting me, what's drawing them to me, because most times they approach me. And I figured out that I was an empath with slick codependent issues. I like to help fix other people's problems. And a narcissist come with a whole lot of them.
They do.
Whoa.
They absolutely
A whole lot of them.
So the person you were deep down inside was a person that a narcissist could see from across the room and say, oh, she'll accept me.
And like
She'll
right now,
fix
I'm
me.
not safe. I'm not safe because guess what? You can Google me and find out that I've, been in abusive relationships. I've been sexually molested. I've been, I dealt with child abuse. I'm a suicide attempt survivor. Like, you can Google all those things. And a narcissist, they gonna come and spin it like they're your knight in shining armor when it's just an aluminum foil.
So if they do Google you, spot you out, like, okay, I'm going after Keyuna. How is it going to be different for this next time? Like, what have you developed within to spot them out before they come to you and try to trap you?
Listen, I'm all on. I can look through a relationship on social media now and be like, well, I guess she'll get tired one day.
Wow.
Okay, wait.
So what is it though that you see that tells you that?
I tell everybody, educate yourself. Like, I literally start to fall asleep at night listening to videos and just, I really educated myself on, the narcissistic personality disorders.
Wow. I don't know if I can mention this name here, but I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. Something recent. Something recent.
Oh my God, I was ready for it. I was so ready.
Listen,
I don't know if y'all saw it in my face. I was ready. I was like, so who did...
So I'm looking at our PR over here, making sure I can say this. I think he knows where I'm going.
I'm going there too.
So
we go there together.
Okay, so we all here
We
together.
know what
We
it
all
is.
here.
I'm so
Derek Jackson. What is
you
it?
see
I
that
saw it.
when he was in his car?
You know she saw it.
Giving
saw
them,
it.
yeah.
Listen.
Replying to his own reaction to his own admission video.
In the third party? Like, what?
Is that like
We've
the
all heard that
of-
Derek Jackson has been involved in.
Okay, so
You
is
just
that...
Derek Jackson.
Would you say that is abuse in the way that you have experienced previously?
He is very much a narcissistic sociopath, a master manipulator,
Wow.
a pathological liar, and a professional victim.
Ooh, and he's also a professional victim?
Professional.
He's a victim.
Narcissists are professional victims.
So explain why he is a victim.
But
Because
that's the
it
way he's
sounds
gonna
like
spin
he's
it.
victimizing
He
women.
is victimizing.
Women, but why is he a victim himself?
Well, all narcissists end up being the victim.
Oh, he made himself.
exactly. Yeah.
That
Oh.
makes a lot of sense.
Narcissists
wow.
they are professional victims. Like, they know how to spin it. Just like,
And make it come off of
Ooh, that whole-
with their actions.
I cringed the whole interview. Like, he was literally sitting there interviewing his wife on his infidelity.
That is, kind of crazy.
First of all, I wouldn't have come and sat on that couch to help you save nothing.
Well,
Okay,
The
so
people could come and pack all this stuff up and sit us out on the corner together.
So now you're talking about the wife. Okay, so being that you have sat in that seat, it sounds like, I'm assuming.
I know exactly what I was looking at. Even her profession for God and, God, and more God. Yeah, the Bible study, church every Sunday, praying, but I don't know.
Could that possibly be a real persona that she is given? Is that...
That she's probably really there. I'm not gonna take that from her. She's probably really there believing God is gonna change her husband.
How do you separate the religion or that belief of...
You educate yourself on narcissistic personality disorders. He is a broken man. She cannot fix him. Even if she was all dolled up, in which, if you read her stuff, she's done all of that. She's done all of that stuff. From what I read, she's participated in, having extra guests in the bedroom
to please him. For
to please him.
Well, I
Just
missed
like
that
another
part.
one of our people going through out here in the A. I feel sorry for the wife because she's engaged in all of those things.
We're not going to say that.
No, we're not going to say that name, but he can say me too.
We're going to protect them.
yeah.
But, I hate to see her go through
And
that.
us.
Because I know why she did it. You know what I'm saying? I know why she did it.
So are there any exercises, like, mental things that a woman can do to, mentally change
For them,
that
they're going to
thought
have to
process?
get tired. They're going to have to get tired. And the thing about it, everybody can talk to them and say all this stuff to them. They're only going to fall back further and try to protect them because, like for Derek Jackson's wife, she really feel like that God going to save her marriage. And then a whole nother lady came out last night, a doctor, a surgeon. Whole nother lady, she just slept with him March the 18th. And this nigga told me he been saved by God for the last year.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to bring
Keep
it
it
to the
100.
forefront.
Period.
Like, I'm not even gonna cap no more. And I wasn't capping to begin with, but I was just trying to keep it, you know. Let's just be honest. Like, she knows what it is, right? So, is she really, like, people have been saying that she's under the same kind of spell that the R. Kelly survivor women are under.
And she possibly, I mean, that spell is trauma bonded. That's all that spell is. They're trauma bonded, and they believe the lies. You have to understand. She been with this man for 12 years. She been with this man since college. He's made her think that you know, he's her be all, end all, be all, however that saying go.
But we have women's intuition.
Like now, everybody's scrutinizing her. Everybody's talking about her.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about how she came and sat on the couch, and you know, I granted that, you know, lean out on your own understanding.
Right.
Keyuna Faye Webster would not have sat on that couch at all. And if I had sat on that couch, I would not have sat there like that.
Right. Right.
I would never get on anybody's
Nice
camera.
way to put it. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not
like
knocking
that.
But that
Yeah,
don't make it wrong because it's something that I wouldn't do.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's your husband.
Whatever. But at any rate, you know, he's enjoying all of this. That's what people don't understand. He's enjoying every bit of this. See, a narcissist love attention, whether it's good or bad. So now he's going to be her savior because everybody's attacking her.
Everyone's attacking her.
She so bad to the point, and she's saying she healed. It's not affecting her. But you coming back on your own live, on your own page, saying this is the arm and the helmet of God.
Yeah. You have to
This
defend yourself.
camouflage is my battle suit.
No, that's deep. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So again, like if she were to come to you, or anyone were to come to
Because
you,
you're-
Oh, if I was her friend.
yes, or her mentor, how would you snap her out of it?
She don't
Because
need-
this is
she
your
need-
organization.
She need a friend.
Okay.
She doesn't need a
friend.
professional. She
No,
needs
she
a
need a
friend.
friend.
Oh, wow.
Friend Keyuna comes
She
to her.
doesn't need a professional.
She need
She need
a
a friend.
She needs a friend. She don't have
Because
no
think about it.
friends.
If you're going through something on a professional, you're gonna, you know, try to. No, she need a friend.
Yeah.
Like to get gutter with her in this situation.
She don't have a homegirl, y'all.
Yeah.
So the narcissist will probably separate you from.
Well, she's isolated.
It
For one,
is.
she's from Denver, Colorado.
This is true.
Yeah.
How far is that from Georgia?
From anything.
She's from Denver, Colorado. He's done that already.
Wow.
And then think about it. This man been doing this for 9 years. He got married 4 years ago.
But he been with her for...
Exactly, but you ain't
12.
announced your wedding. You ain't post a wedding picture.
I
You ain't.
noticed
Yeah.
that.
Nothing.
Okay, so back to you. If you was her homegirl, because you said she needed a friend. If you were her homegirl, because this is your profession, this is your organization. What she's coming now to you because now she's broken. She's not out here like the rest of us. She's not Derek Jackson's wife anymore. She is someone who knows that this is what you are a profession in. This is your baby. This is what you know. And she's coming to you crying out for help.
No, if she was my friend, I put my profession on the back burner.
Okay.
Because I'm saved, but I'm not that saved.
So
Not that
what would you tell her? I know we're
Talk
saying
to her.
but I'm
Okay.
sure there's millions of
hers.
other her.
So
Her name is
Danae
Jackson. Danae Jackson, we are talking to you right now because we see that you need a sisterhood. You need friends. You need a homegirl. You need a pack. You need a clique. You need a squad right now. This is your squad. What are we?
Definitely a
We're here
squad.
for you. This is what we have to say to you.
And just understand that nothing that you've been through in these last 12 years is your fault at all. It never was. This was never about you. You can, praying is good. You're gonna need prayer for your strength for your kids to move on with your kids. But Derek can't love you because Derek can't love himself. And in order for you to love somebody else, you have to love yourself first. And you have some things about yourself that you need to fix. I see that you have survived, being raped. All those things are contributing to you feeling like you're, less than, or he's superior to you. He's no better than you. He's actually more broken than you.
Wow.
So
So, Danae, we're here for you. We're on your side. We're holding your hand. There's always two sides to every story.
Absolutely.
Right.
But we know as women, as
we need each other.
Us. Definitely.
Us.
Us.
That is what our message is to you in this moment. So we're going to kind of take it back a little bit and turn the tables back to you, Keyuna. Mm-hmm. And what I want to ask you is, what was the breaking point for you?
The breaking point for me in the physically abusive relationship is when he stomped me. Mm-hmm. My grandmother used to always say, you keep your damn feet on the floor. You don't kick a dog. And so in that moment, I was not even equivalent to a four-legged animal. So I was like, God, if you let me out of here, I'm going to go. And so I made it out alive, and I left.
Are you okay to tell us how you made it out? Or
how?
I
mean, I went through that situation that night. It led up to the next morning. He left to go to work. I packed the bag and I hauled up.
It can be that easy.
It can be.
It sounds like that, but if we really...
But that's the most... In reality, that's the most serious time, like, when you're trying to leave. That's the most dangerous time for a abusive relationship. And I tell people, for me, he said stuff like he was going to have somebody kill me, and I was like, you ain't got enough money to get nobody to kill me. They not killing me for free. But in hindsight, should I have been more? Yeah, I should have. So I tell everybody, pay attention, because even a person that's never hit you before will snap, and a person with nothing to lose, whereas Mr. Jackson is right now, he don't have nothing to lose.
He don't have anything to lose.
No. He losing it.
Yeah, kind of.
So she decided to, go. That's everybody should, turning their back. But he didn't have no problem when he was doing that girl wrong. So they never like to have their billboard torn down. That's why he ran the social media that fast. First of all, I never came and replied to that. Why? Why did you feel the need to come and you did it in your office by yourself at your house or wherever you were? Then you came right back on the couch with her. Then y'all came back and did y'all did a 7-minute video. Then you came back and did a 30-minute video.
It was a lot.
Yeah, that's
it
a
really
lot.
was. It's like, what are y'all doing?
What were you doing? What are you doing? Now she on all trying to protect, because she's doing it by herself now, because he losing it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. My last narc ship, a lady put some stuff on the internet about him, and he was losing his mind. He was going crazy trying to fix it, going to social media talking and trying to get it, everybody on my side. Like, that's exactly what Derek was going through. He's flipping out.
We're going to talk more about this. We really are, because this is a very deep subject. And I mean, we've got to get deeper, and we've got to really get down to where we can really speak to those that are dealing with these emotional issues and these traumas. Okay. So right now we're going to take a break. We are UsTalk, and we'll be right back after the commercial.
Narcissistic abuse is the epitome of domestic violence. It is a slowly dehumanizing, purposeful soul rape. If you are in danger or feel that you are with a narcissist or maybe in a narcissistically abusive relationship, please dial.
Welcome back. Again, we are UsTalk. And we have Keyuna Faye Webster here, and we have really gotten deep tonight, you guys. So we're going to jump right back into it. Keyuna, I know earlier you mentioned that you got a few projects going on. You got a few things that you have in the works. I know you mentioned a reality show. First of all, how did that start? Where is it at? And where is it going? Give us the details about this reality show.
Well, it's in the beginning stages, but it's called The Real Survivors of Domestic Violence. And it's basically, a group of boss women that have backstories. We've been through some stuff.
Okay.
And, we still out here making it happen. We persevered. and overcame, basically figured out a way to compensate for the greater good of humanity.
These women, did you know them? Did they come to you? Like, how did y'all come together?
So what I'm doing now, we're actually going through and vetting. You know, we put out a flyer for people to send in a 4-minute video just to kind of feel everybody. I kind of already know the people that I want to, but I also want to see who else is out there, you know, or, you know, what else we can add to the team. You never know.
I wouldn't say casting, but
yes,
still looking?
Yes, definitely. The 27th is the last day for the submissions to come in.
And where is it going to be at? Or just online? Are you going to do anything in person?
Yes, we're definitely going to do something in person. Okay. This is with Eline Media TV.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Very, very nice.
So with that business and all your other businesses and self-love, so how do you feel right now as far as self-love? Are you your most confident in yourself?
I'm definitely the most confident in myself, and, you know, enjoying life for what it is. I did just take a great loss. I lost my mother not even a year ago, so that's a little rocky place for me. But as far as everything else, other than the grieving process that, you know, I'm still dealing with and working my way through, I'm good.
I was gonna
especially
ask you,
where it comes to relationships and stuff. I'm good on that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. That was my next question. I'm like, so how do you feel, girl?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
Great. Yeah, I'm good on the relationship thing. You know, I'm just chilling right now.
Yeah, and so I know. So you feel, you know, great about the success and everything that you've done. So how does it feel when someone comes to you and you, like, that light bulb in their head goes off when they've been in an abusive relationship, verbal, physical, whatever it was, and you get to sit down with them, and that light bulb goes off, and they're like, oh, you just changed my life. You helped me with this. What does that feel like?
It feels amazing because, you know, my whole thing is if I can just help just one. I can't save the world. I don't wear a cape, but if I can help just one.
When you help one, you help many.
That's right.
Yes.
Because they can continue the story on and on.
True. Right. And that one could be you. So
that's
that
right.
person that we're talking to, could you please tell them how they can find you, where they can watch the reality show? How can they get in touch with you?
The reality show is Eline Media TV. So definitely that. But you can get in touch with me, Keyuna Faye Webster, on Facebook, Keyuna Faye Webster on Twitter, Keyuna Faye Webster on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Keyuna Faye Webster, KEYUNA Webster, like the dictionary.
All platforms. One more time. Keyuna Faye Webster.
Like the dictionary.
And don't forget, one more thing. Diamonds Tea Time podcast series.
Oh, yeah.
We got the tea.
All right, snuck that one in on us.
Because you did have a little bit of tea on what's his name? We're not going to say his name again.
We're going to say his name
again. He don't deserve that much.
He's going to send us a gag order, but I'm going to talk about it with him. I'm going to get it out before we get it.
Right. Get it all out. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. We are UsTalk. And we will see you next time. Catch us on Instagram at UsTalk_show.
All right, ladies.